Hello traders, hope you all guys keeping well. I'm going to record this presentation. Today is the 2nd of March 2015. Um, what I'm going to cover today is how to understand cycles. I'm going to show you the zigzag indicator, um, which is 95% accurate. I'm going to show you how to put in your charts and basically how to follow it. Now, I'm also going to show you how to read the cycles, um, and also how to read sub-cycles and what are they. So let's get started. There we go. This is a pound versus dollar, which I tend to cover it quite a lot. Um, if you guys go back onto my previous presentations, you'll see that what I've done on pound versus dollar is I have plotted two levels, one at 1.7 and another one at 1.5. So it has bounced off the 1.5 level, which is a huge psychological figure, and it's currently reversing to the upside. Okay, the 1.7 level is quite far away, so it's like miles away up there. Okay, right. So basically, this is giving some little cycles here. Um, the zigzag indicator is what you can see here in front of us, and it's looking at the big cycles. Okay, it's not looking at the smaller cycles. It's looking at the all the cycles. Okay, so that'd be like phase one pushing down, phase two, phase one, phase two, phase one. So as I said, it's 95% accurate. It's not fully accurate. However, it will give you a hint on how to read the cycles. And now here's the thing: how to plot it? Well, basically, all you have to do is to click on indicators at the top where my cursor is. There's a plus sign. You click on it. Then you go to costume, and then you have to go all the way down to the bottom, and then click on the arrow that is pointing down, and go down to the last one of all, and that's the zigzag indicator. Now, when you click on it, what you have to do is to click OK. OK. There we go, and then it pops up. That's all you have to do, and you're gonna have the zigzag indicator up. Now, if you want to remove it, click on indicator list. I've done it twice. I'm going to delete that one and select it again, delete that one, click on close, done. No more indicator. Okay. Now here in this section here, and the market is giving some cycles. There is one cycle here. There is another cycle formation. Okay, and there is another cycle formation. Okay, now if you go to the 4-hourly chart, you'll see that that will be a nice big cycle. That one as well. Then that one and that one. So you're gonna see 4 cycles there. Okay, so let's have a look. Go to the 4-hourly chart. So you're gonna see all the cycles. It'd be one big cycle here, then there's another cycle there, then another cycle there, and then another cycle there, and that's where we are now. Okay, so now if you put the zigzag indicator on this chart, it's going to identify these cycles too. See that? I will consider this as a sub-cycle. Okay, so we pretty much ignore it because we're looking at excuse me, we're looking at the bigger picture. We're looking at the big cycles. Okay, so we're looking at that one. These higher highs pointing up. This one here is a higher low as well. Okay. Now what you can do too is to put your lines up. Okay. This one will go You can ignore the little tail there. Now, so this is your channel here. That's your channel formation. But because you need the 3 touches, you cannot put this line here. So I'm gonna put the line there then. And you still need to make it tighter from here. So you can ignore the noise, that's not a problem. So you can ignore the little tails as long as the bars doesn't open or close below the line. Now we have the 3 touches. So in fact, we have actually 4 touches. We have 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that's your channel pushing up quite nicely. If you look at this indicator here, you'll see that it's pretty much spot on. When it's as clear, you see that the stochastic indicator is going to be bouncing on the extreme. So it's bouncing there. Down here it's bouncing as well. Up here it's bouncing on this little sub-cycle. Then down here it's bouncing too. Yep. Here turns, 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 turns. And this one here is the one that is less clear. And this one turns. And this one is just pretty much going flat. Okay, so out of all of them, there are 2 that are not extremely clear. All the other ones are very, very clear. It literally just turns every single time. Okay. So again, it's a good indicator to look for turning points in the market. So this is all on the 4-hourly chart. Okay. Now, because this section here is just been going flat here for a while. Now, you look at the daily chart. Well, if you're not taking on the 4-hourly chart, I'm just going to do is to put an entry above this high here and a stop loss below the low. And the reason being is that if you put an entry here, it's going to take you in, and you might just carry on going flat there for days, and you don't want that. However, if you break through that, the high up here, then it means the phase one is most likely to kick off to the upside, and then that's when you want to be in the market buying, with a stop loss obviously below the lows. So let's go to the 4-hourly chart, and it'll be exactly the same trading opportunity. We go to the 4-hourly daily chart now. Now this was it was green flashing like 10 minutes ago. Obviously the parameters are changing, so and also you're not gonna be doing this trade now anyways. You have to do that at night, as is end of day trading, daily charts. And this is a beautiful lotus bar, and in the direction of the trend at the end of phase 2, you got your trend going across like that nicely as well, and the market has reversed off the 150. So this could be a nice buying opportunity. You can go for like a 2-to-1 quite easily, 2-to-1 reward risk ratio, based on your own discretion. Once you draw your lines, let's say you're going to put an entry here and a stop loss there. Your 1-to-1 is going to be like up here. Your 2-to-1 is going to be like somewhere up here. So you can go for a 2-to-1 or even a 2.5-to-1 based on your own discretion, based on the analysis that you've done. And for that, you have to go here and click on the drop down menu that comes up. It's a little square box here where it says sell at market, just above that. Click on it. You have the drop down menu here, and all you have to do is to change the target. This number is based on a reward to risk ratio, so it's based on your risk. All you have to do is to increase your rewards, increase your target. I can put like a 2.5-to-1 based on your own discretion, or even just a 2-to-1, so it's more likely to hit your target, and that's it done. And then you just take your trade there tonight. Now, because it's a lotus bar, most likely it's going to be flashing on the Incan wave. have to go onto the daily chart for that. And so look, well, is up here is the first one that comes on the list. It is green. It is not green flashing just yet. Obviously, this trade is gonna be for tonight. Um, you have to wait for basically for the daily bar to close, which closes at 10 in the evening, and you'll be looking to place your orders just past 10. So 1 minute past 10 or 5 minutes past 10 or at 10:30. So it has to be after 10 o'clock in the evening. And then if so, then obviously it's going to look for the last bar. It's going to look for the last bar which has already closed, and it's going to put an entry above the high of the bar, and it's going to put a stop loss below the low of the bar. So an entry above the high of the bar and a stop loss below the low of the bar. So you'll be looking for the phase one to kick off nicely to the upside, and that'll be your trade opportunity there. Okay, there's on pound versus dollar. Okay, so just want to make sure you understand the zigzag indicator and how to read the cycles. Okay, you obviously when you're trading or before you're trading, you have to obviously look to the left and see what happened previously. Make sure you unswitch this indicator up here. It says auto scroll, so make sure you unswitch that so you can go back as far as you want, and then you can use the plus and minus sign here up here. It says zoom in and zoom out. So click on zoom out and then scroll back and see. Well, you'll have a level up here at 1.7 and a level down here at 1.5. And that is exactly what you have to do. And you're expecting for this move to happen for the phase one. Okay, this is what you have to do to catch the beginning of the phase one. Now, if you keep on taking these particular trades, then you'll make money. And make sure you increase your reward to risk ratio. If you're gonna go for one-to-ones looking for these trades, you might make money, might not make money, because when you win, you're gonna win very, very small. I mean, it's just gonna be 1%, and if you lose, you're gonna lose 1%. So you're gonna give it back, and so on. So basically, if you're doing one-to-ones, the success rate will have to be minimum 50%. If it's over 50% success rate, you're making money. If it's below 50%, you're gonna be losing money. But here's the thing: if you do 2-to-ones, you can lose 6 trades in a row and only win 4, and you still make money. So you don't need a positive success rate. So you can afford to lose more trades, but when you win, you're gonna win bigger. Okay, so you're gonna win 2% instead of 1%, or maybe even a 2.5-to-1, and that's when you apply your own discretion, which is what we've done today. You analyze the market, put your lines up, go to the 4-hourly, go back to the daily chart, go to the weekly, carry on analyzing it. Then you go back to the daily chart again, see how far can it go, and then measure the risk against the potential reward. Okay, once you do that, then you'll see obviously how far can it go. So if you get it right, you're gonna get a 2.5-to-1, and that's it. That's your trade there. Okay. See what the market is. Look, now it's flashing up here, and that's pound versus dollar, and okay, so it's kind of on and off. Okay, so the particular trade is kind of on and off there. Either way, this is not the time to do it. I'm just showing you how to read the cycles and analyze it, how to put the lines up, and what is this indicator doing here as well. Okay, when it's up here, it's likely to reverse, and when it's down here, it's likely to reverse as well. Now back to the trade ideas. Now we have, let's see what's happening here on the income wave, Kiwi versus dollar. Now you can see that the zigzag indicator is looking at the big cycles here. Okay. Now within the cycles you have sub-cycles, and that's the topic for today. So within the big cycles you also have little sub-cycles which are trading within the bigger cycles. So in this area here the market was going down, so the phase one will be going down. Okay. So that would be a sub-cycle here, for example. It'd be phase one, phase two, phase one, phase two. The big cycle would just be phase one, phase two. Same thing here. If you're looking at the sub-cycles, it'd be phase one, phase two, phase one, phase two, phase one. Within the big cycle is just this whole section here, which is what the zigzag indicator is doing in this particular case. Now here, because the market is reversing and is putting a new high, so that's pushing up. That'll be the phase one of this cycle. So it'll be phase one and phase two. And within this whole cycle is giving phase one, phase two, phase one, phase two, phase one, phase two, phase one, phase two. So at the end of it, this area here is just ranging. Okay, there's a nice level of horizontal resistance at the top, and up here it's not, and it's just literally ranging there. Then it puts a new high. Okay, now the big cycle will be all the way up to here to the top, to be phase one and phase two, and within that that'll be phase one, phase two, 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 phase one, phase two. So this is the bigger picture here, one cycle and another cycle. On the last cycle, this is giving phase one, phase two, phase one, phase two. Okay, so it's giving a lot of sub-cycles within the cycle. Now, when you're looking to buy or sell, you have to make sure you buy when it's close to the bottom. When you're looking to sell, you have to make sure that you're selling when it's close to the top. Then make sure you analyze it so you know where the top and bottom is. A bit much easier. So this is your channel pushing up here on this is the 4-hourly chart. Okay, now let's go to the daily chart. And then you'll see that in reality we are in a downtrend. So this whole section here, where I've drawn my channel, is actually the pullback of the phase 2 on the daily chart. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. This section here, where I was going through the phase 1 and phase 2 on the 4-hourly chart, is actually the pullback. It's actually the pullback of the daily chart, which is in a downtrend. So the pullback, what I mean with the pullback is the phase 2. So this section here is the phase 2 of the daily chart. But on the 4-hourly chart, because we're trading in the market, it's actually giving higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so the force is pushing down. Okay, so what you have to do is you need another line up here telling you when it's going to be the edge of it. So here is the thing: if you break through this trend line resistance, okay, which is the one from the bigger picture, daily chart, if you break through this line here and it carries on giving high highs and high lows, well, the downtrend will be finished. So there'll be no longer downtrend. Okay, this pullback will no longer be a pullback, it'll be a turning point in the market. And that's when you're gonna start looking for higher highs and high lows there in an uptrend. Okay, that is called time frame agreement or time frame correlation. And that is just an extra point on your checklist, that's all. That's an extra tick on the box when you scanning through. Now, ideally, you want to have time frame agreement or time frame correlation. I mean, this is not always the case. Therefore, when you have time frame agreement or time frame correlation, it becomes way stronger. It's a much stronger signal, much stronger indication that that particular trade is gonna develop nicely according to your analysis. Okay, so I hope this is clear. I hope you guys understood a bit more about cycles You can always use this indicator if you liked it, the zigzag indicator, and I hope this is gonna make your trading easier. Okay, guys, gonna leave it that for today, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye now.